Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So it's a light and fast breakfast. I couldn't schedule the lunch, so the bus for today. I'll have to do it today for next week if I don't do it early enough. They weren't one available today, so I'm just gonna walk to bus 10 and catch that one. So, um, the French toast bagel and plain cream cheese. Ugh, the fiber, I can't wait to get rid of that. The vanilla fiber. I mean, it's not bad, whatever they're putting in it for fiber, but I just wouldn't buy it again. It just, I don't know. Don't seem like yogurt because it's crunchy. And my coffee. So, LaFonda spent the night over Bros because it's Black Friday. We have that here in Canada because Thanksgiving in America was yesterday, so um, I knew that too. It was the Thursday, and ours is the second Monday or something in October. But anyway, so they're going shopping, and then she got to be back for 3 to pick up Leah because she works at 4. Um, so she spent the night there, and she got to pick up Leah at school. And I gotta walk to the bus. So happy Thanksgiving. I know it was late. Um, Yesterday I had my court, the final day, the judgment day, where they didn't. I'm not gonna talk too much about my next step because I'm one step ahead of them because Travis, the guy with the mother there, he watches my videos and reports back to them, you know what I mean? Like he's such a brave guy. But anyway, I got my judgment. Of course, it's not as much as what I asked for, but it's a fair amount. They buried their own grave because they didn't dispute it. They didn't show up in court. The judge, she tried calling. They wouldn't answer. So they just peeved her off. And then there's more stuff, but I'll tell you as they go because I want to be one ahead, right? So I know what my next step is, but I'll tell you after the fact. But now that I got my judgment, I have proof because of court. So I can say and do whatever I want. And they can't say, oh, she's lying because I got my judgment. So I can say whatever the fuck I want about that motel because I have my judgment from the court. They're going to send me one in the mail, and I got one on my phone. They emailed me the judgment last night, yesterday. So, for example, this guy on Facebook, he's moving in from Newfoundland, and he's looking for a place to stay, like a month, whatever, you know what I mean? And I can say whatever I want. It's not going to be lies, it's going to be how they treated me and blah, 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 and I wouldn't recommend someone recommend the travel lodge, right? But I can say whatever I fucking want now. I got a judgment on them. They can't bring me to court. for slander or anything because I have a judgment on them. So everything I say will be based on my claim. Nothing, no lies or anything like that. I can say whatever I want about the travel lodge. Leduc Travel Lodge is the name of it. So. And it shows Trevor that you can't do whatever you fucking want there because he's owner. I got the judgment in my favor. And believe me, the court doesn't just do a judgment because they feel like it. No. You have to have proof. You have to have evidence. So anyway, I'm pretty happy. And I know my steps. I know what I got to do now. Because they're not going to pay it. We know that and the judge knows that. You know what I mean? But there's another step. There's more things I can do. And I'm going to do it. I just gotta wait for the letter in the mail, and after I do it, then I'll tell you guys. But anyhow, so that was that. Bro was supposed to come in on Saturday. I guess me and him and LaFonda's doing a mukbang. Then I'm going to go to the parade. When I go to the parade, I'm going to do a vlog. A little thing of each float, sort of thing. Put them together. I know how to put the videos together with my phone. I like that phone. There's an S22 out. It doesn't do that. It's not that different from this one. I even asked Buddy when I was up there at the kiosk there. I asked him what the difference is, the 21 and the 22. He said not much. I'll see. 6 months my phone is paid off and my contract or whatever there. So my birthday, June, we'll see what the 23 does. But I can't hook up a front mic with that one. Because I got the phone facing me, right? That's why I'm using this. But a lot of times I'm quiet, I turn it up, right, full of blast. And sometimes you can't hear me because if they're sleeping in a room, I just don't. But I'm going to try to get a place January 1st. So, yeah. What else? Yeah, I had to wake up really early. I didn't sleep all the night before. It wasn't a good day at work. I got my nails done. I'll show you them later. I got them done yesterday. I just needed some. I had to get my nails done. It was cheap, so really cheap. And I got her to cut my toenails and I brought in the nail polish. I think that was only $17 because I didn't get a pedicure. I just wanted my nails cut. So less than $20. I brought the nail polish at dollar store, the Sally Hansen, for $1 or whatever. So yeah, I think it was only $1. And I got my nails red and I got little snowflakes on them. What happened the night before? The company I work with has fleet cards. They're like a credit card for a business day. Anyway, now there's other types of fleet cards, and they can use them at the pump, but they got to change it because I mean they're not our fleet card. We can't see the limit. All it shows is the number, the name of the company, and the expiry date. That's about it on this card. We can't find out info any other way unless you call the company or you call the card. And it's not up to me as an employee to do it. The reason why they're accepting this card are my business. So who am I? As long as it's not expired and it has a gas symbol and a tool, so that means they can get gas and they can get tokens and they can get anything we sell on the card. On this card anyway. Because there's a couple fleet cards, but this one here, they can use them at the pump, but we don't refuse them. If they come in, we still have to do the old-fashioned way, like before they couldn't use it at the pump. So, I activate, this guy comes in, there were 3 of them. 2 of them stayed outside. It was a truck. This was just before Ian came, so about 6:30. No, about 5, because I mean, it was kind of 5 or 5:30 anyway. Comes in with the car, I took the car. He's like, diesel, way, we only got 1 diesel pump, 5 and 6. Way at the end. I look at the card, it's not expired. Buddy had a jacket with the name that was on the card. So anyway, so the pumps stop at $990. It doesn't go any further. So he comes in, he said it's not working, it stopped. I looked to see the amount because I was busy and wasn't paying attention to how much it was going to. It was a truck and it had a tractor on it, or not a tractor. A trailer. Just a small trailer with a big tank. Now 2 car companies, they have a sort of rigged up like that. But they're our clients. So it stopped at $990. He comes in. I said, it stopped at $990. I said, it's the way our company got it hooked up, right? So he said, can you activate it again? I said, are you sure there's no limit on this card? No, we do it all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm babysitting them now. I'm babysitting them, watching them and whatever. You know what I mean? When you got a gut feeling, what I should have done was check, swiped. But anyway, I was up all night. I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done this, I should have done that. Anyway. So I activate the 6 again. He said, can you we got 2 tanks. Can you activate 5 too? Pump 5. Because the way they're parked, right? So I'm thinking maybe number 5, it's not going to be $990 again, and number 5 isn't either, right? It's smaller tank or something. I don't know. So I activate it. It's not up to me. I got the card. I got the card. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I got the card. So I go out. It was all 3 of them, $990. Almost $3,000. The 2 guys are on, I'm talking to them, I'm going out saying, I don't know, it'll probably stop again at $990, are you getting that much? I'm trying to get as much info, but what I was looking for, so I did 3 chips. We're going to do the scrape, because I'm going to do 3 transactions. I could have put them all together, but I wanted to do 3. So, I'm looking for the license plate. So I want to write that down. When you close the door, when you got a vehicle, you're supposed to take your plate and put it on the trail. But it was on the truck, but it was at an angle. And I wasn't going to walk around. I had the 2 guys watching me up on top, 2 big guys. I couldn't see them, it's dark out, but they were big. Anyways, something told me that if I went around that vehicle, they would jump me. I went back inside, but he said, oh, I'll be in. I played around I followed him in. I made sure he was coming in. I swiped the first one, I get an error. I was like, oh shit, now this is fun. This is fun. I said, your card's not working. I said, I have to call. Because if it was on our card, even if it was stolen, they could pump, I don't know, but they could, you know what I mean? But anyway, they could always get the money back from the company because they're responsible for their card. So if someone stole it, it's up to them. Anyway, call my supervisor. Well, I called my supervisor. The 2 took off with the truck and the diesel. Now, where they took off and the card wasn't working, when I was talking to my supervisor, because it was like 45 minutes, he stayed. And to call the cops, you're going to be on the phone forever on hold. She should have called the cops because he was still there, and it was a robbery in progress because they took off with the diesel and it wasn't paid for. And I got a panic button. I could have pushed that button and had the cops come, but she didn't tell me because I was using the phone, and she said, let me talk to him. I said, do you want to talk to him? But he has to pay it. He got to do something, get a hold of his boss, blah, blah, blah. I said, I passed the phone to her. She said, my wallet and my phone, everything is in my girlfriend's car. I gotta call her and tell her to bring it in so I can call my boss. Now, everything is on my cell phone too. If you ask me what Rose's number or LaPonda's or anybody, I would know it. Even Ian. I got a pop-up thing, but I don't know. Anyway. So, still recording. So anyway, so I give him my phone to call. And she told me, well, he called his girlfriend on my phone. So he tells me she's on her way. My supervisor said, I told her they took off with the gas. So she tells me he can't leave the store. So I got someone calling me. Let's see if it interrupts this. Boys, oh, it's probably that international private number. I don't know who it is, but I'm declining it. Anyway, so what happened was, so I said, well, you're going to have to tell him, because he was done with my phone. I mean, I'm standing in front of him. She's on the phone. It's easier for him, you know. And he goes, I don't, I feel like I'm not ditching out, and I feel like you guys are accusing me, and blah. So when she hung up, I said, it's not me. I said, it's my supervisor. I gotta go by what she's telling me. She's my supervisor. She's my boss. He said, well, I'm going to wait out there. She'll be coming in this way, whatever. And nobody was in the car wash. I said, okay, I'm going to go out for a cigarette. Because what I wanted is whoever was going to pick him up, I wanted to get a plate. I'm trying to get all the information I can to write down because I know this. I knew this was a, you know what I mean? I knew it at that point. So I'm trying to get all the information. What's your boss name again? Why is there another, see, I think, because they had a license plate, and he used another one, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he had that coat. So he either worked for that company, got fired, still had the element card, or he stole the coat, and the wallet was inside of it with the element card. Or a friend worked for the company, had the coat, something happened. But he had that coat and the element card, both. But he had the companies. So I was out having cigarettes. He called her, and I heard a woman on the phone. So there's a woman involved. I said, so we're standing out there, and I was having a cigarette, and she said, I think that's it, her coming around the corner. Well, my supervisor's trying to call, so I went and answered it, and he took off. I'm not going to run after him. It's not up to me. I got to babysit the store, not babysit a customer. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to babysit customers. So when my supervisor called, I said, well, he took off. She said, call the police. So I called the police, and I was on hold forever. I wrote everything down, gave him all the information, everything that I could. He said, write up a statement, blah, 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 and he'd come pick it up. I said, well, my supervisor will be in tomorrow. I got his name. And she'll give you the footage. So anyways, he didn't show up, so I just sent everything into my supervisor. Everything. The card, everything, my statement, everything. It's out of my hands. I mean, anyway, I did my part. So, I'm just waiting for one of them to come in today and say something. You should have done this, you should have done that, and I'll say, well, we need a procedure thing. We need a list of procedures of what we got to do. Yeah, maybe I should have checked the first $1,990, but who's to say it wasn't? And they were a customer. Like, it's not up to me. Hopefully, because I told my supervisor, every time I see those cards, those fleet cards, it doesn't matter if they come in for tokens and whatever, because we can get rid of it and delete the sale. You know what I mean? If they don't get it. But gas is different. They all should have to be at the pump, and we can't take them anymore. Because I said every time I see them, my stomach just curls. And it shouldn't. I shouldn't be working at a place that, you know what I mean? Because I'm not in fault, but I still, you know, I had a runaway. And I couldn't sleep. I was so tired, I couldn't sleep. And then I had to wake up early and go to court. But, so yesterday while I was at court, the other supervisor came in and took the footage. The morning staff there, she told me. But, I mean, I done what I could, right? I know they could see me at the footage. I mean, I was busy and I was babysitting them. It wasn't like I was letting them out there pumping. I kept on going out, and I told her, And then when I went out and I said, she was calling, I said I went outside because I wanted to get the license plate of whoever picked him up, that girl. But he took off as soon as I came in, so when she told him. But she could have called the cops. He was there for good. Seemed like forever, but at least a half hour, 45 minutes he was there. And the fuel was already gone. They took off. As soon as they pumped it, they left. So, price to see, that's what happened. Price fuel goes up. A lot of gas stations get more. But he asked me on the phone, the constable, you need a victim thing or whatever. I said, no. I said, it's not my gas. I said, I wasn't offered that when I was robbed and the guy had a gun. Nobody asked me if I, until the next day. But when I was out having a cigarette and I heard the phone ringing, I went back inside because he started getting a little nasty. You know what I mean? In his voice and stuff. So I went inside. When I don't feel comfortable with the situation, I'm gone. I'm not staying out there with him. I'm in the store where the cameras are. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel comfortable with him. I went out. I was hoping she'd come right away so that I could, even if he would have jumped in the car. I had my phone on me. I would have taken a picture. I would have started taking pictures and I would have went in, locked the door, locked both doors. I gave the police the phone number, but could have been just one of those lucky cards. $30 at the dollar store, 25. Could have been just a lucky card. But anyway, that's a lot of fuel, diesel. So the cops should be. It's not like $20, $25. They should be investigating. There's a lot of things they could do. They could get where she was, all that when he called, and even if it's just a lucky card, they can go by the phone and the chip and everything, right? It has the bounce off towers. So anyway, there's a lot of things. So please, I'm the only one who used my phone. He used my phone. They could have done for fingerprints. I'm the only one that touches my phone. They could have done for fingerprints. He had his hands on things there. Bought a pair of gloves. They could have done for fingerprints. They could have came and done a lot. But that's only in the movies and big cities, right? If it was a crime, someone was killed or something, but anyway. There's a lot of things they could do. The other two, they didn't come in at all, so. But as soon as I feel uncomfortable with the situation, I just leave. I'm not going to get injured. Don't think they would have killed me, but they would have knocked me out or something. So, do my best trying to get what I could, you know, from them. Kim. It wasn't like I was sitting in there, wasn't paying attention the first time, no. They were bumping away. We got two companies that has, like I said, gas or whatever, blah blah blah. Um, they fill up. It's not diesel, it's gas, but still they got tanks, like homemade tanks sort of thing, and they get about $700-800 at a time when they come. So I wasn't really paying attention the first one. I seen they had one of them tanks, but I never ever seen it go over $900. The other two, well, I figure maybe $700-800. There is limits on that card, but I seen they had limits. Some cards $3,500. So I mean, and probably some cards more. And I kept on asking them, is there a limit to this card? Well, if they call and I get anything negative from them, you should have done this, you should have done this. I said, you need to send out a memo and tell us this, because I really didn't know what to do. I was following what I was told. I can activate the pump for those cards. And I did. Didn't tell me if they get a certain amount, verify it first. There's a limit. We can have a limit too. We can say, it stops at 800. Or they could put a limit on the pump, $500 at a time, and then we have to request to get that paid. So even if the second one doesn't go through, at least they only lost $500 worth of diesel. And the first one goes through, then you approve. We need stuff like that, because I mean, I have no limit. So they have limits, but I got no limits. I got the card. They could have got $5,000 worth. How am I supposed to know? I don't know anything about those cards. If they're not ours. Anyway, I was upset. I couldn't sleep, and then I had to court, so I had a good day at court. They can't fire me from it, because I'd be saying we got no policy or no procedures or nothing on those cards. We're just told to authorize the pump. When it's not up to me, I wouldn't have been able to get a hold of that company or the other that time of day. And I had my supervisor on the phone, and they were trying to call. She could have called the cop. She could have done. He was right in there. She could have said it was still robbery in progress. The reason why is they took off with the diesel without paying, even though Buddy was in there. It was still robbery in progress. Yeah. Anyway, it's not up to me to do it. I got the panic button. But it only goes to the security. Security would try to call. The phone will be busy. Then they would call our supervisor, the other type of supervisor, and it would take, he'd be gone by the time the cops came anyway. The process that it went through, I could see. Yeah, so that was my day. So today, I gotta put my clothes in the dryer, take a shower, and walk to the bus and catch that bus. Go to work, it's Friday, and the weekend, I'll be cooking on Sunday, of course, because of parade and mukbang. But I don't know what yet. If I do anything different that I haven't done before, I don't know what to cook. I've been looking through recipes and stuff. something that, like, he doesn't like cabbage, like cabbage rolls. I think I done them anyway. He can't eat peppers. I don't like tuna casserole with cheese in it. I don't know why. I was thinking on doing something like that, but I don't like the taste of it. But I'll figure out something. I got until Sunday. I'll look at the casseroles and the recipes, and I never done a ham and cheese macaroni thingy, but it's like a mac and cheese, but you put pieces of ham, no big deal. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what would be good? Remember that cheese I got when they wanted um, cream cheese soup or whatever, and I couldn't find it because soups are crazy here. So I got one of them, sort of like a salsa. You get it in a bottle, like the salsa. Well, it was cheese. You can get the cheese one. I could do that with macaroni and get ham and put it in cubes and use that cheese and put a little bit of canned milk and butter, mix it up, put the oh the the cooked macaroni, put it together, and then take the ham, put it in casserole, make sure it's nice and creamy, and then grate some mixed cheese, shredded cheese, and put it on top and just melt it slowly in the oven. That's probably what I'm gonna do, because I never made it, and I never made it with that cheese. You get it in a bottle, you can get salsa or you can get a cheese one. I used it for that time there. I forget what meat it was, but a lot of FedEx, one, two. I'm supposed to get my coat today. I went and ordered a pink coat. I got the boots, but there's a lot of FedEx. Wow. That's the third one. One there, one went by, and one just went by. What's going on with FedEx? Christmas time, everybody, right? Everybody getting Amazon Prime or whatever. I'll show you my nail. It's like a Christmas, and then I got... She put that on. Isn't that cute? I haven't had my nails done in a long time. I've been just doing sparkly because you could wash them off. I can't do this because of my shakes, my tremors, right? See? I got one there and one there. It's like a Christmas. Anyhow, so you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cigarette time.